Welcome back to Superstarglam, and I do want to start off by apologizing for delaying on this video. I just wanted to make sure that I had all the necessary products before I filmed this video. I also want to thank everybody that gave me feedback on the last video, which was the part 1 video. A lot of you let me know that the UV lamp that I used from my wish order that came with the whole kit was broken. The first thing I did was I ordered a new UV lamp. Then the second thing that I did, and I want to thank that person also in the comment section that let me know about the alcohol, the 91% alcohol, which I did buy, and I didn't use it in this video in my demo, but I have used it since then, and it works perfect and works better than the slip solutions that I purchased. The other, what was the other comments? Well, not the other comments, but the other issue that I was having, that I don't know why, it just from the first video I felt like there was something wrong with the consistency of the Polygel. Again, it was a fail because of the UV lamp, but you will see in my demo that I'm so glad that I went with my hunch and ordered separate sets of polygels from Amazon. So you'll see in my demo why. But before I jump into the demo, I do want to say that if you have not yet subscribed, then what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that little button down below, subscribe, and join the Superstarglam Squad family. Also, go ahead and click that little bell down below. That way you are notified every time I upload. So now let's jump into the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through the steps that I did. My first attempt was to make that wish kit work, because the ultimate goal was that I really wanted that kit to work, because that would have meant that it wasn't a total fail and a total waste of money. I did realize that purchasing the kit with a UV lamp in it was kind of a risk, because I was asking for everything all in one kit. And as you saw in my previous part 1 video, the UV lamp was a total fail. It was broken and didn't work. So I purchased a new one. I got on Amazon. I really do love it, and I will link it down below if you're interested in it. This part 2 video, I went in trying to make the products, the Wish products, work by just replacing the UV lamp. So I go ahead, and the way I start this off is the same way that I started my other video, is by prepping my nails, filing down. And I did get, that's another thing I got, was a new filer. I mean, there was no need for it, but it is electrical, so I found that better than my battery operated, which ended up breaking eventually. But so I did upgrade with that. But just even a regular hand file would work just as good. I did work around getting rid of any like cuticle on the nail, making sure that the nail was all buffed out. Then I did cleanse it. From my Wish kit, it did come with little wipes, a cleanser, a nail cleanser, and I think it was like an acetone remover wipe. So I used the nail cleanser to wipe my nails clean. I think in this step, it's probably not necessary, but I already had the product, so I used it anyway. And it is the Prep and Clean little item that I purchased in my first nail video, the acrylic. Again, is just to make sure that the nail bed was completely clean and make sure that there were no oils on my nails. After I did all that, then I went ahead and I was only going to do one nail with the Wish products, so I went ahead and used the base coat from that kit and cured it for 30 seconds. After that, then I started working on the mold. The molds are also new. They're not from the Wish kit. The only reason I decided to use these molds were because they just made it a little bit easier. They have like a little groove at the tip. So it kind of flips up just a little bit. So it makes it easier for you to snap off once it's set, once the gel sets. So that's the only reason why I opted for the new ones. Those came in the kit with the Amazon stuff. That's the only reason why I didn't. There was nothing wrong with the Wish ones. They're actually really good. Also, the ones from Amazon have little grooves to kind of tell you more or less how long they're getting, or how, to kind of help you, guide you on how the length of the nails. So I found that helpful as well. That's the only reason why I opted for these nail forms. I started using that pink shade. I started molding it, and this was only my second time working with this. So I used the same liquid that came in the Wish kit. I had to use a lot of the liquid in order to work with the consistency of that Polygel. It was very slippery, it was very goopy to work with that formula. As soon as I applied it to my nail, there was just something wrong with it. As soon as I put it and I squish it down, it's like all of the product oozes out from the edges. And then I tried to kind of clean it with the solution, remove some of the product around the nail, but I still felt that the product wasn't adhering, like it wasn't staying put, it was slipping off my nail. So then what I decided to do was, maybe I added too much product, so I took it off and tried to save it. So I remolded the form again, and then I reapplied it to the nail. As soon as I put it onto the nail, I stuck it into the UV lamp right away to hopefully set it before it moved. But it just did not work. The product was just too slippery. The consistency was too slippery. No matter what UV lamp I was going to do, it did set. As it was still setting, it was still moving, and so it didn't get to set completely solid on my nail. There was gaps and holes all over the nail. I mean, where it set on my nail, it was on there for good. It wasn't going to go anywhere. I wasn't going to budge. And at that moment, my brain kind of starts thinking of like ways to make this work. But at the end of the day, I shouldn't have to be creative on trying to make that product work. It just didn't work. Even after getting rid of the broken UV lamp, it just still didn't work. Maybe it was a user error. So the second nail I did and applied was me using the totally all brand new products from Amazon, and that would determine whether it's the product or whether it's just me that just doesn't know how to work with these products and these formulas and these consistencies. So I decided to put that to the test. And I started applying the new Polygel onto the nail form. And the first thing that I started realizing was that this was really thick. But this one was so thick that the slip solution, there was a lot of like tugging. I mean, it worked. It didn't stick to the brush, so it did its job. But what I'm saying is, what I started realizing was totally different than the other formula. It was so much thicker. You can mold it without it getting all over the place or getting messy, if that makes any sense. So I really worked a little bit longer on this one to actually move the product and coat the nail form all around the edges. The minute that I applied that one onto my nail, I felt it just like grip. Like there was no moving, there was no product oozing out. It just like gripped. And when I popped off the nail form, I fell in love. Like that's exactly what I was going for. That was exactly what I was looking for. That was exactly what I was looking for from day one. And the Wish products just didn't give it to me. They just didn't give me what I was looking for. So I just I felt better, because then that just proved that it wasn't just user error, that it was really the products. And ultimately, the whole kit was a complete waste of money. I should have just paid the extra that I didn't want to pay initially through Amazon and get the actual products that I needed, instead of trying to get something and try to save a buck or two. If I were to do this all over again, I would probably get kits from the Wish, because I did get some comments where people were saying that they got stuff from Wish that worked out for them. So I think it was more or less opting out packages that didn't include so many, instead of like me that got a package that included everything in the kit, and I ran the risk of getting stuff that didn't work for me, which is exactly what happened. I was able to complete my two hands, and I actually love the results. It's been 2 weeks since that. They're still on. I do have to say that compared to the acrylic video that I did, I would 100% recommend this over the acrylic, because the acrylics did not last for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, they were starting to pop off, and I never really got them to the ideal shape that I wanted. They kind of always ended up looking too thick, but not with these. These, eventually after I did all of my nails, I got them to the right thickness, the right shape, and the fact that it's already molded, so all you really have to do is worry about the edges to file those down. I mean, it's really not that hard. Also, since then, I've also done my daughter's and my mom's nails, and they look great. They look awesome. So I've used the other shades in the kit as well. The ones on my nails right now is the natural pink, and I really do like it. It's like a soft blush color. Yeah, and I'm gonna give you a close-up of what it looks like. They've already grown out, so the next thing for me to figure out is how to do the fills, because I definitely plan on keeping these for a little bit longer. 2 of the fingers have glitter, in case you were wondering. I just applied regular nail polish for that. So I'm really happy with the results. I totally recommend this. Again, I'm going to link down below the actual products that worked for me from Amazon. Again, if you want to try from Wish, all for it. I just recommend that you get kits with less products, so you hopefully get better quality products than getting the entire kit like I did. So again, I just want to thank everybody that commented and gave me suggestions. I really did appreciate that. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you took away something from today's video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time. Bye.